Shavach Pepe here from marriageanddepression.com. On this video, I'll be discussing what the spouse of someone who suffered from depression should keep in mind. Besides everything else, having a depressed husband or wife is very confusing. On the one hand, being married to a depressed husband is full of pain, loneliness, and exhaustion. There is no intimacy, unlimited amount of work, as you take on his load as well as your own, and not too much fun. Not exactly your dream life. On the other hand, you still love him, feel sorry for him, or you feel that leaving him is not a good option. There are too many side problems. There's kids, the finances, so you stick around. If you do decide to stick around with your depressed spouse, don't think your life is finished. I want to show you that there are at least 3 ways that being married to someone who is depressed can actually enrich your life. The first way is that a depressed spouse forces you to be proactive, disciplined, and assertive. If you are fortunate to have a caring and supportive spouse, then you don't have to be too disciplined or proactive or assertive. If you don't do things in time, he will help you. If you find it difficult to do something, she will do it for you. She takes care of you, she cooks for you, and she sees to it that you are happy. This comfortable feeling might cause you to become lazy and passive. If, however, your spouse is always in bed or just out of commission, then you will be forced to get your act together. You'll have to keep to a schedule and become very efficient. If not, everything will fall apart. You won't survive. These positive traits eventually become integrated in your personality, and you can use them to succeed in business, developing your passions, or to become an active leader in your community. Successful people in all areas are proactive and disciplined. Even the most talented people in the world don't just succeed by sitting around. This is true in sports, in business, and even in the entertainment business. Secondly, a depressed spouse will help you to bring out your creativity. The blessing of a happy marriage has its thorns. It sometimes thwarts creativity. We all need some kind of fun in this world. With a good spouse, you don't need too much creativity to get that fun. Just being around her satisfies this need. This is great, but it definitely does not bring out the creative side in you. In other words, it keeps you in the box. You know the saying, necessity is the mother of invention. Well, the converse is also true. Having all your needs impedes invention. As long as things are going good, there is no reason to sing, write, or paint. You feel complete the way things are. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's worth it to enter into a bad marriage to bring out your creativity. I'm only saying that if you do decide to stay in your marriage for any reason, there are some benefits. So if you have an urge to paint, write, or sing, don't deny this urge. Find time and go for it. You will benefit from it, and so will everyone else who reads, listens to, or looks at your creations. And the third benefit is a depressed husband or wife helps you to be spiritual, compassionate, and kind-hearted. I don't want to sound too negative, but to be nice and giving to a considerate and loving spouse isn't 100% pure kindness. You also gain from it. Her warm thank you, or that smile on his face, is worth millions. Therefore, when you are kind to him, you also gained. With a depressed husband, however, you never hear a thank you, and you almost never see a smile. Every kind act that you do for him is pure kindness, getting nothing in return from him. the more you help him, the more kind you become. You become less self-centered. When you live with an active and vibrant wife, you spend a lot of time enjoying it, and you might enjoy it so much that you become self-centered. You constantly think, how I can have more fun, and how can I enjoy life better. A depressed wife forces you to take a deeper look at the universe and your place in it. I don't wish on anyone I know or I don't know a spouse that suffers from depression. I can't accurately describe in words the loneliness and suffering of their spouse. However, if you do choose to stay with a depressed spouse, you should look for the silver lining in that dark gray storm clouds. If you don't give up, you will eventually find the silver lining. Shevach Pepper from www.marriageanddepression.com